Hi, this is Paul Turley with DNB and SolidQ. I'm going to talk about using DNB Company Match with Power Query in Excel 2013 to update customer and business records. It's a great service with a lot of value from Dun& Bradstreet to get valid company information. So we have a leads list from an exhibit show here in an Excel 2013 workbook. And we know that not all of this information is accurate. We want to be able to match it up with accurate, validated information and get some more information that we can use to prepare for conversations with these companies. So we're going to go to the cloud and we're going to go to the Microsoft Azure Marketplace and look for services from D&B. And here we see the business verification service. And I'm going to subscribe to that service, which gives us just as needed on-demand business information that we can match up to data that we have. So back here in Excel, we go to the Power Query tab. And then on the ribbon, I'm going to choose From Other Sources and then From Windows Azure Marketplace. And this shows me the Power Query Navigator on the right side of my window. And these are all of the services that I've subscribed to through the Windows Azure Marketplace. There we see business verification and the company match function. So by checking this box and then loading that, it actually opens up this window that shows me what that function looks like and how to call it. So if I invoke that, a window pops up that asks me for all of these parameters, things like the company name, address, city, state, etc. I'm going to enter some information for a McDonald's restaurant in my hometown. And there we have the franchise owner. We have all the contact information with the DUNS number and all of the information I would need to contact that business. But what I'm really interested in is this script up in the formula bar. So I'm going to copy that to the clipboard. And I really don't want to look up any more McDonald's restaurants, so I'm going to remove this step over on the right side. And then we'll rename the query to company match, which I'll use in the future to call this function, and then click the apply and close button. There we see some abbreviated information while that's being set up. And now I'm going to load the information from my worksheet into my data model. So you can see down at the bottom, load to data model. That loads up my leads information into a Power Pivot data model. And I'm going to insert a custom column, and I'm going to paste this function script and replace the literal parameter values with references to my fields. I can do that using this window so that I can pass in the field information that I have. That goes out and it calls the DNB company match, and it brings back all of these columns that I can insert into my query results, like the valid company name that we see here. And then I have along with that my DUNS number, I have all of my contact information, and then I'm going to go ahead and click apply and close to actually run that function, do the match, and load that up into my table, into my data model. So we see a peek, and you can see the company name side by side, my old company name and then the new company name. And we're going to switch over to Power Pivot. Click on the Manage button to open up the Power Pivot window, and here you see this table that's a result of my match. You see the old company name and the new company name with the valid verified company information. I'm adding a calculated column called Match Confidence, and I'll use this DAX expression to translate my 0 to 10 scale of confidence to high, medium, and low, just to make it easy for my account manager who's going to work this leads list. I create a pivot table here in Excel, and I'm going to create a slicer on my match confidence column, and then I'll add my demographic information, my validated verified company name, my DUNS number, address, city, state, zip code, phone number, contact name, etc. Flatten that into a tabular table. I'll go to the properties of this pivot table and I'll uncheck show, expand, collapse buttons just to get rid of that natural drill down effect. So I just have a simple table. Then I use my slicer. I click on high and I see all of the companies for which I had a high degree of match. And then after I've worked that list, I can work through those companies that may be suspect, that have a lower degree of confidence. So with this data, I have addresses, I have latitude and longitude, I have all of this information that I can use to analyze it now using tools like Power View. So I can map it. I have my annual sales revenue for these companies. I have my employee headcount and different categories and categorizations for these companies that I can use to visualize and analyze this data. I can also map it using tools like PowerMap in Excel, and I can use that to visualize geographic information and then mash this up with other data publicly available, like hazardous region data that you see here that came from the United Nations. So I can create some very compelling analytical capabilities here using these Power BI tools in Excel 2013 with the verified business information from D&B. So for more information, you can go to my blog, which is at SQLServerBIblog.com. And then for more information about D&B tools, go to dnb.com. Thank you.